Hello and welcome to the Fabrico.Design channel. We develop professional sewing patterns and make them available to every woman. Using our patterns and video instructions, you can easily sew any garment at home and feel like a designer.
Today we are cutting out and sewing the Temptation bodice. The bodice is lined, has straps, and a zipper in the middle back seam. For sewing, we will need sewing patterns, denim as the main fabric, lining fabric, interfacing, threads to match, interfacing tape, separating zipper, and sewing accessories. You can find the patterns for this garment on our website. Let's start cutting. Make sure to decate the material so that the fabric does not shrink while you are sewing. Preserve the direction of the grain line. It is indicated on the patterns. Transfer all control points. Please note that our patterns already include allowances. Nothing needs to be added. After cutting, make sure to check the number of pieces according to the pattern specifications. From the main fabric, we should get 1 piece for center front, 2 pieces for the front middle, 2 pieces for the smaller front side, and 2 pieces for the front side. 2 pieces for the back center, 2 pieces for the back middle, back side, 2 pieces. From the lining material, we should get zipper placket 1 piece, 1 piece for the front center, 2 pieces for the front middle, 2 pieces for the smaller front side lining 2 pieces, 2 pieces for the back center lining, back middle lining 2 pieces, back side lining 2 pieces. Don't forget about the pieces that we interface completely. We fully interface the front center, the front middle, the smaller front side, the back center, the back middle, the back side. We reinforce the allowances on the pieces, lining of the front middle, lining of the smaller front side, lining of the front side, lining of the back middle, lining of the back side. The bodice will surely become the cherry on top of any look. We use denim as the main fabric. Suiting fabrics and cotton are also great choices. We'll start with the front. Place the front middle face-to-face on front center and stitch. Observe all the notches. Iron press the allowances towards the center. Stitch along the front center 0.5 centimeters from the stitching seam. Stitch. Top stitch 0.5 centimeters along the ironed allowance on the front center. Place the smaller front side face-to-face on the middle part of the front and stitch. Stitch, iron, press the allowances towards the center and lay a top stitch along the middle part 0.5 centimeters from the stitching seam. Next, place the front side face-to-face on the smaller front side and stitch. Also iron press the allowances towards the center and lay a top stitch along the smaller side 0.5 centimeters from the stitching seam. Now we're moving on to the back. Place the back center and the back middle face-to-face and sew. Iron press the seam allowances towards the center. Make a top stitch along the back center by 0.5 centimeters. Next, place the back middle face-to-face with the back side. Iron press the seam allowances towards the center in the same way and top stitch by 0.5 centimeters along the back middle. We have prepared the front and back pieces. Now place the front and back face-to-face and sew the side and shoulder seams. Iron press the seam allowances. The lining. Place the lining of the front middle face-to-face on the lining of the front center and sew. Combine all the control points. Sew, iron press the seam allowances to the center. We have stitched, iron pressed the seam allowances to the center. Next, place the lining of the smaller front side face-to-face on the lining of the front middle and sew. Iron press the seam allowances towards the center and place the lining of the front side face-to-face on the lining of the smaller front side and sew. It should look like this. This is what it should look like. This is how it looks from the inside. Place the lining of the back center face to face with the lining of the back middle and sew. Iron press the seam allowances to the center and then fold the lining of the back middle face to face with the lining of the back side and sew in the same way. Iron press the seam allowances to the center. Place the lining of the front face to face on the lining of the back and sew the shoulder and side cuts, leaving an unstitched opening for turning in one of them. View from the front. We left an unstitched opening for turning out. View from the inside. Iron press the seam allowances onto the back. Iron press the zipper placket lengthwise and in half. Then fold it along the fold to the wrong side and trim the shortcuts. Cut out the corners, turn them right side out, and iron press them. Sew a line along the raw edges 0.5 centimeters from the edge. And finally, the assembly. Place the bodice and lining face to face and overcast the neckline. After you have overcast it, notch the allowances on the curves not reaching the stitching 0.1 centimeter. Cut out the thickenings and turn them out. Make a top stitch along the lining on the back and along the front 0.1 centimeter from the seam. Turn the bodice inside out, iron press it, forming an edging out of the main fabric. This is how it should look like. Next, we overcast the armholes first along the front, starting from the side seam and finishing at the shoulder. To do this, we pin them like this, face to face, and go through the strap. That is, we pull the back strap through the strap to the front so that we stitch the armhole to the shoulder seam. Like this. And after that, you pull out the strap and continue the stitching from the shoulder to the side along the back. We start the stitching from the side seam, and to the shoulder. Now we turn it inside out, pull out the strap. We have stitched it along the front, and now we need to turn it out from the back in the same way so that we can continue the stitching from the shoulder seam. We also carefully fold the strap, align the cuts of the corset and lining, and continue stitching where we finished. Pull out the strap. This is how it should turn out. Next, we cut the seam allowances inside on the curves, not reaching the stitching by 0.1 centimeter. We lay a top stitch along the lining 0.1 centimeter from the seam, like this. Iron press it, forming an edging out of the main fabric. Turn the bodice inside out and overcast the lower cuts. Cut out allowances on thickenings and curves. Turn right side out and iron press the bottom. Iron press, forming an edging out of the main fabric. This is how it should look like. Turn the bodice inside out and between the back and lining pieces, pin in the zipper, aligning the cuts. And together with the zipper, pin in the placket for the zipper so that it is located on the lining side. This is how we can wrap the tape on the zipper so that it does not get in our way. Pin in the zipper, this is our right side, and together with the zipper to the right side, we attach the placket for the zipper. Transfer the control points for the second side, and we can unzip the zipper. In the same way, we place the placket onto the zipper, pin it in, aligning all the notches, and sew the zipper with a single horn foot close to the zipper links. Cut out the corners. Turn the bodice inside out through the unstitched opening to the front. Iron press it and sew up the unstitched opening. Iron press the finished bodice. The Temptation bodice is ready.
Thanks for sewing with us. Subscribe to our channel and publish your photos in different social medias and tag us. You can find the link to our website in the description box below the video.